Welcome back on the branch.
Spinning.
John,
Spinning.
Stop, I'm going to throw up.
Okay. Well, welcome back to Band in Germany.
Well, yes, welcome back to Band in Germany.
Yes.
Where you're not allowed to view our second episode of Top Gun if you live in Germany.
Well, I mean, that is kind of your fault for using a minute of copyrighted music.
I'm sorry that I needed to parody the scene.
Yeah.
And, people don't see that as fair use, apparently.
Well, you should have parodied the scene for only 20 seconds, and then we wouldn't have not...
If we parodied the scene for only 20 seconds, it would have been like, hey guys, we're playing volleyball, bye.
Be careful.
Yeah. Well,
how could she even talk to him
if
from
you're
there?
in Germany and you want to see us homoerotically playing... well, I guess we weren't all homoerotic, right? Jamie wasn't homoerotic. If you want to see us poorly play volleyball and you're in Germany, sorry, you're going to have to get a proxy for that.
Yeah, but that's not like that takes a lot of effort.
And not for slow stuff. If you want to download big stuff, it's pretty effortful.
I mean, it's a YouTube video. It's going to be what, like
Look
a couple
at all
hundred
these
megs?
secret, like, you see that crack over there that the camera's pointing at? And
No.
where was the dust we heard? Oh, that is the dust we heard, isn't it? Right there. Yeah, because that's the wall we were next to when we heard it.
Yep.
Okay.
So get on over there and get that dust so we can get that fucking sound out of our ear.
Well, we don't hear it right now. Right now, all we hear again is, once again, the loud-ass base model PlayStation 3. Because
Isn't it just grand?
They put like a tiny little 60mm fan in there.
I was like, yep, that's good.
Yeah. And it's just going to run super fast. Is there something special on this wall? I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
But yeah, speaking about the Top Gun episode, it was just like... I tried to fight it for what I could, up to the point where they would strike against us if
it was ruled against us. And it is kind of gray area. Like, I don't know if a judge would rule that as fair use or not, to be honest. I mean, you know those walls we couldn't break that were, like, magical?
We got a thicker sword.
Ooh. We got an achievement. Or, sorry, a trophy.
An achievable. Ow. You just fucked the blade on that sword.
So, we stayed in a, I don't know, can we call it a lovely hotel? We stayed in a hotel.
It was definitely a hotel.
The convention space is great. We'll say the convention space is great and not mention the... not make comparisons about anything else. Come on.
No.
Yes!
You're not going to compare it to anything else? Why not?
Because we're going to be back there next year.
I mean, yeah, but they don't know that. It was we got to the secret area.
I mean, it's what you would expect for what we paid. It is a semi-economical hotel. It's not an expensive hotel. It's not a cheap hotel.
But John, it's a strip location.
It's definitely... that's a joke about a hotel I used to work at. It was a very chunky hotel. And they would make all the worst arguments about why it was so expensive and then why they paid their employees so little. You know, when it was expensive, when guests would complain about the expense, they would say, well, it's a strip location. And then when employees wanted to get paid a decent wage, they would say, well, we're not a strip location. We're off the strip.
We can afford that kind of price.
It's a 5-minute walk to the strip from our front door. Or their front door, because I don't work there anymore.
Boo on them.
I don't know. I could again someday.
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
Do you want to, though?
If they paid me well, sure. I've worked worse places.
Like where?
This palace was built on the ruins of an even more ancient one.
You really want me to burn every bridge with every employer I've ever had?
Yes, please just ruin every fucking...
Okay. So,
you don't have to give names.
So one time I worked for an electronics manufacturer who was... I was very good at my job. I did circuit board assembly and inspection. I did programming of the circuit boards. This is like robotic parts and stuff.
The kind of crap that I wanted to do.
You know, quality assurance. Well, except I was on the production team of it. So, she's got a hole to climb in. That's what this is about. Okay. And so it just severely underpaid. I think I was making $10 an hour plus a few cents. And I would constantly say, hey, you know what? I replaced this guy that you were paying way more money than I am. And I am literally... I think I was 3 times as productive. Maybe I was 2 times as productive. They track numbers very well, and they
much
saw
more productive than
that I was incredibly productive. You know, I told them if you ever had to replace me, it would take 4 guys to replace me. Well, I told them it would take 3.5 guys to replace me, and I was actually very correct about that. Anyway, but yeah, when I said, hey, you know, I can't afford to live on this pay, you know, It's Las Vegas. It is not. Whoops.
It is not a bottomless pit.
Well, it is a bottomless pit of if you're trying to survive. And he said, well, why don't I just replace you for $9 an hour with someone who doesn't speak English too well? And yeah, that was my code that it's time to get out, which I already had something I was kind of working towards. I actually would have liked to stay there. I enjoyed the job. Oh, hang on. This is hard.
You enjoyed the job?
I enjoyed the job itself. It was the employers that weren't too great. Because despite the fact that I was just way faster than anyone else they'd ever had to do that job, they would constantly come up to me while I was working and say, "Can you work any faster? It looks like you're moving in slow motion." While I am working faster,
can you work faster?
Literally faster than anyone there had ever seen anyone do that job.
That just sounds ridiculous.
But I mean, that would be their motivation, and they thought they were good at motivating people.
That's not how you motivate people.
Yeah, work faster.
God, I could fucking replace you if I wanted to.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're not?
I'm totally gonna have to load to a continue point just because I can't get the timing on this.
What do you mean you're not motivated? I'm telling you to work faster. That should be motivation.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yay! You didn't fuck it up royally.
Let's see. I worked for a library once that was very much that way too. They would say faster, faster, and faster. And then when somebody pointed out literally somebody who was, were they in a supervisory position? I remember somebody else said, "Here I am." They shelved because I was shelving books.
I'll come down.
You know they shelved twice as many books as any other library in the district. And that still was but they should work faster. No, they shouldn't.
And that is death.
And I mean, that was a minimum wage job. It was my first high school. I hated that job so much. I only worked there 5.5 months. And they laid me off right before my probation was up because it was a 6-month probation.
Right.
How do I get down there?
There's a ledge right below you.
Oh,
there's a ledge right below you.
Thank you.
There it is.
Boy, if you're deaf, this sure would suck to have to try to play.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was I saying? Minimum wage. Oh, I hated it so much that I actually would not give my 2 weeks notice. I wanted to quit, but I was afraid that I would hurt my future part-time job prospects by not giving 2 weeks notice. So I was hoping they would get rid of me within 2 weeks. Every week I was going in hoping they would get rid of me. And the day they did, I was so happy. I was really, and you know how I smile very easily, and it's hard for me to not smile. I was trying so hard.
You're
not
fired,
to smile.
grin.
Because it was some guy I'd never met before, and he was in the future you should. The reason they got rid of me was really dumb too. But what? No. Okay. So.
What?
Okay. We've got to hold it there somehow, I guess. Or do I have to keep pulling?
I don't know. That was...
What's going on? We didn't run into one of those famous Ubisoft bugs, did we?
I mean, it kind of feels like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
What we're hearing is the scarabs. Okay.
It was just a quarter turn, not a...
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, it was a super relief when they got rid of me. I would not recommend... Well, actually, no, I would recommend shelving books as a summer job, because for most people it's great. One time I had to go to it was a, not sensitivity, but diversity training.
Mm-hmm.
And they let me work the rest of my shift at that library. And I was just I was working with one of the other pages. That's what the position is called when you shelf books to your page.
Right.
And
library book jokes.
Yeah. I don't think it's meant to be a joke, but sure.
Yeah, it is. It's a page.
Okay. How do I get across there? Please tell me. Okay. There we go.
Here she is.
Can you make it?
No.
Yes, I can.
Don't
I can
step off that switch.
Yes, please don't.
She would.
But yeah, the other page was yeah, we can wear our headphones all day, which I was only allowed to wear my headphones before the library opened. And this is how much we're expected to shelf, and in an amount of time. I'm
that's it?
That's half of what I'm expected to shelf. She's really? I'm yeah, you're not huffing and puffing and just struggling to get. She's no, it's pretty relaxed and leisurely here. Yeah, just screw that library. I won't say which library it is, even though I definitely will never work there because I make too much money. You might not have encountered this yet because you're not making middle class income currently.
Right.
But once you make middle class income, no one will hire you for less. Like if I tried to go and apply for where you work, it didn't matter how hard I tried, they would not hire me because they would assume I would quit in 6 months.
I mean, really? Is that actually the case?
Yeah. Well, when you're overqualified and having earned more money generally classifies you as overqualified. That's why when people lose their jobs, they're not just being lazy when they prima donnas when they don't try for lower wage work. It's because they know no one's going to hire them for that work.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I applied for Best Buy, like all that long ago, like when I came back to Vegas 5 years ago. They wouldn't hire me and said that I was overqualified.
Yeah.
With my 8 years experience in computers and blah, blah,
and
blah.
a lot and overqualified can mean multiple things. It's like if you have a degree, they won't hire you because they're like, well, this is just a job until they can find a real job. And
because
there's some validity to that, right? It costs money to hire people.
Because lower wage jobs aren't real jobs; they're just fake jobs. They just do that as a joke. It's just a prank. They're just pretending to make money.
You know what I mean.
No, but that's exactly the kind of language that people fucking use. It's like, that's not a real job.
I agree. Every job is a real job, or else you wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth your time.
Exactly.
What's not a real job is... is there a job that's not a real job? Like, can you think of an example? A Wall Street banker? Ba-dum-bum.
YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Depending.
No, well, I guess it depends on what you do. You could argue. But even a reactor does work.
No, they don't.
Yes. Even... Well, I guess it depends. The worst
You watch a video, and have you seen some of these fucking reactors where they just go like...
The bottom run.
That
but
was
then
funny.
you have, like, the Fine brothers, who, I mean, say what you will about their business practices, and I have some negative things to say about their business practices. You know what? Fuck this. We're done.
What? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that?
That was badassery.
Who died and made you fucking king?
Oh yeah, did I mention between last time we played, I went and actually looked up the how to do all the special Sandy powers?
No.
That's one of the special Sandy powers.
You did not mention that you learned how to do all the fucking Sandy powers. What the fuck, John?
Well, that sure sped things up.
Man, you're overqualified. You should go get a real job.
should go fight some real sand monsters.
Next time.
Next time on the branch?
Next time on the branch.
Wait, no, it's not been 15 minutes.
Yes, it has, John.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has, John.
I can't tell time, but it hasn't been 15 minutes. All right, let's go in the sand pillar.
Next time on the branch.
No, vision.
Vision.
You have to have a vision.
Guy from Marvel. Blurry stuff.
Another fight with a big guy.
Some skinny guy with that thing, a glaive.
Oh, so all fighting this. Okay, next time on the branch, more fighting.
Next time on the branch, more fighting.